round of applause one more time, gentlemen, yet again. There we go.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Good evening. So, congratulations, everyone. Glad to be here. Out of 150,000, you are the 150 here. It's amazing. I think the per capita brain power in this room probably would be the highest at this point of time anywhere in the world today. So congratulations to all. This is a great event. A lot of you have participated. It's a great forum to acknowledge the good things that you all are doing here. But why is GE here? What is GE? I'm sure you all know GE. GE was established by Thomas Edison back in 1892. One of the largest industrial companies out there in the world. Been part of Dow Jones Index since its inception. Top 10 Fortune company for the last 15 years in a row. It's been all over the place. We've had NBC, we've owned appliances business, we've owned banking business, card business, etc. But what about GE Digital? Why are we doing stuff here when you all are here as coders? So I'm going to talk about the transformation that GE is going through right now. GE is going through two major transformations. One, we are moving from a conglomerate that did consumer and industrial business purely into an industrial business. We've divested our financial services businesses. We have divested, in the process of divesting our appliance business. Now we are focusing solely on the industrial business. But we are also transforming ourselves to be the world's largest digital industrial company. So I'm going to tell you that story today, a little bit about what we do and what are we trying to do, how are we trying to do, so that you all can be part of that going forward. As Niranjan said, Airbnb owns no real estate. Apple created a few apps in the beginning. Uber does not really own any vehicles. But what is common here? What they've done is they've taken unutilized capacity and made value from that, which is a very important thing there. Second, you really don't need large capital to build something big today, and you don't even need the time that you need to build something big today. So that lesson is big for everyone in any industry nowadays. Now, we all know the big names in consumer, Apple, Amazon, Google. They all took many years to get to where they are today. Whereas in the industrial digital, our target in GE is to be where we want to be in the next couple of years. In the initial days, to understand a consumer, any company, let's say Amazon for example, took the initial model, we had the initial demographic. When you sign up, you know the age, you know who it is, etc. But then based on what you do, within there, Amazon was able to create the psychographic model for that particular individual so that you not only know who that individual is from a broader demographic perspective, but we also know the life stage that that individual is going through, the preferences that that individual does, what that individual likes to buy, etc. Similar with segmentation. Segmentation used to be very broad. Those of you who come from the financial industries know the terms like high net worth, ultra high net worth, etc. Very broad, generic segmentations. But does it really give you any idea about who that particular individual is? Probably not. But then based on your buying habits, based on your social media interactions, you can now actually start profiling and literally predicting what you might do. So you might belong in a segment, but you might like to ski. So then you narrow down. You might have bought a ski equipment this year, but probably you bought the ski but not the helmet. Now I can prompt you to start buying the helmet. Next year during the ski season, I can now tell you that, you know what, there's a holiday out there, etc. So that is changing. Amazon has changed from a bookseller to literally be all over, pretty much everything that technology needs today. Amazon Web Services, cloud platform. They are doing pretty much everything that you would want, the physical and the digital world that we know about. So the industry itself also has changed from being monolithic to multifold. Now we see this similar transformation happening in the digital industrial world. And that is where GE is going to be, and that's where GE is going to play in. So, GE sells aircraft engines. If you don't know, we do. Some of the big airlines that you fly across the world is GE's customer. We knew in the old days that yes, if Emirates bought jet engines, we know what it did, or any other airline, we knew the area that it flew in. We know how many years since we sold the engine. Probably we knew that much. But can we take it further, just like what the consumer industry has done? Can we take the physical model of that aircraft engine that we have and then apply additional data on top of that so that we now explicitly know what that engine is? So from a particular batch, an engine might be fitted on an aircraft that is probably flying in the local area, let's say in the Middle East, or another one might be flying over the Pacific to the US. Now, the behavior of these engines, the stress that these engines go through is very different. The servicing that aircrafts do, airlines do for these engines probably is usually nowadays is about after you fly 3,300 hours or 3,800 hours, depending on the airline, they bring it down, they maintain it, etc. Now, is that really useful? Probably not. Because imagine, let's take Emirates for example, it is flying all the way out to Boston. And if there's a problem with that engine right then and there, they literally have to cancel a couple of days of service to bring another aircraft down there or an engine down there, and then herd the passengers back, from the canceled flights. Or you might be servicing probably sooner than what you really need to. So these models, the physical model plus the digital model that we have, captured with the sensors that we have, the analytics that we have, can take additional information out, and literally per flight, per engine, we can start creating those models. Same with locomotives. Instead of looking at locomotives as a bundle, locomotives, today's locomotive is literally a data center on wheels. It is controlled more by software than by the physical machines that it has inside that. So, GE today feels that because of the amount of data that we have in the industrial internet, we believe that there is really no platform out there that can literally hold the kind of data, capture the data, transform the data, process the data, analyze the data, share the data in a secure manner. So we are creating our own platform called Predix, which I'll come to in a few minutes. But we are building the platform. We have the largest, one of the world's largest number of software engineers across from any industry. We have very large number of data scientists within our firm. So we are pulling all this together, the physical machines that we had, the digital twin along with that, plus the intelligence that we get from these engines. We believe that by 2020, there will be about 1 billion plus smart meters installed, 10 billion plus internet connected light bulbs. This is a very interesting story. As you know, GE is into lighting as well. And as part of the Smart City initiative, some of these lights themselves give information back to the city. So City of San Diego, for example, use our LED lights that we've implemented to understand gunshots. So a 911 call can go, and then all of a sudden the light brightens up in that area, so safety and security can be maintained in that area. So things like that. So how do we tap in to the power of digital? Niranjan talked about the driverless cars. We will be generating about 10 billion terabytes a day by our GE machines. One aircraft engine in one flight generates about a terabyte of data. So we want to build a platform that can move at the pace that we want and with the scale that we want. And we really see this industry is about 225 billion, which is probably bigger than the consumer industrial business that we all know about. And GE is probably the one that has a platform, the only one actually that has a platform, that has the industrial knowledge, and that has the people that can take this further. And I'm not the one who is saying it. Pretty much everyone out there has started seeing GE Digital, the transformation that we are bringing in, and has brought in their perspectives and pretty much bullish about what we are trying to do. So we are bullish, we think we can do this, and we think we can do this with the power of Predix, which is one of a kind platform that we have, which would be the iOS or the Android of the industrial internet.
Business is evolving with the industrial internet, where people, data, and devices connect. But how do you turn all the enormous data gathered into profitable outcomes efficiently? Partner with GE Software to learn the power of Predix, your cloud platform for the industrial internet. With Predix, you can scale vast variety and volume of data, apply predictive analytics, and build powerful industrial applications that turn real-time operational data into actionable outcomes faster than ever before. Predix bridges the gaps between IT and OT to easily and securely connect machines and hardware to the industrial internet. And Predix integrates with your existing IT systems so you can improve time to market and optimize performance. Learn more about the industrial internet and discover how Predix can propel your business into the future.
We already have quite a few partners out there. We've signed up partnerships with some of the major system integrators out there in the world. You also, as individuals, can sign up and be part of Predix. Startups can be part of Predix. So I welcome you all to experiment with the platform, see what it can do, and play around with it. Good luck to you all, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, gentlemen. Can we have a bigger round of applause one more time? Let's go loud. Let's go loud. Let's go sharp. Let's go loud about it. Okay. We're going to take a quick little break right now, try to get some entertainment based on technology. But before that, a quick question that I want to ask you all. We can win something impromptu, okay? Here we go with the question. No rocket science. Simple question, okay? But everybody could connect. Have you heard of the name